say God speaks to them very early," said the Irish woman mysteriously, "and that they hear him best in the innocence of their hearts. Look at St. Aloysius now, and St. Stanislaus Kostka, and St. Teresa herself, that would have been a martyr for the love of God when she was but 3 years old. And wouldn't it be a beautiful thing now if she was to offer her life to God as a thanksgiving for the great blessing of your own conversion, sir?" Nanda began to like the conversation less and less. She was an only child, and she had taken to her new religion with a rather precocious fervour. Already she had absorbed enough of the Catholic point of view to see how very appropriate such a sacrifice would be. But although she had already privately dedicated herself to perpetual virginity, and had seriously considered devoting her life to the lepers at Molokai, she did not entirely relish the idea of cutting off her hair and living in a cell and never seeing her home again. She was relieved when the bus stopped and the driver came round and tapped at the window. "This must be the convent," said Mr. Gray. "We get down here. Lippington village is a little way further on." "God bless you both," said the Irishwoman. "Goodbye, little lady. Say a prayer every morning to thank God and his saints for bringing you to the holy faith. And say a prayer sometimes for poor old Bridget Mulligan, for the prayers of children have great power with the Almighty. I'll say 5 decades for you this very night, that you may grow up a good Catholic and a comfort to your father." As they passed out of the omnibus, Mr. Gray pressed something into the ragged woman's hand. "God bless you, sir," she called after them. "It was the Holy Mother of God sent you to me today. St. Bridget and all the saints guard you and watch over you and your family." After the omnibus had lurched away into the fog, Nanda and her father waited several minutes on the convent doorstep before the flap behind the grille blinked up and down. After much rattling of chains and bolts, the door was opened and a lay sister portress beckoned them in. "Will you wait in the lodge, Mr. Gray?" she said in a very quiet voice. "I'll go and fetch Mother Radcliffe." While they waited for Mother Radcliffe, Nanda took in her surroundings. Her smarting eyes were soothed by a long stretch of whitewashed walls and red-tiled floor. At the end of the corridor stood a statue of our Lord in white robes wearing a red thorn-circled heart on his breast like an order. The bent head with its pale brown hair and beard was girlish and gentle. The brass halo had been polished till it winked and reflected each flicker of the little glass lamp that burned on the pedestal. Never in her life had Nanda seen anything so clean and bare as that corridor. It smelt of yellow soap and beeswax, mixed with a faint sweetish scent that she recognised as incense. Outside the portress's little room, which bore the notice, "No admittance for seculars," hung a printed card, punched with a double row of holes and adorned with 2 cribbage pegs. Over the top was written, "Mother Radcliffe." The left-hand row of holes was headed "Is," and the right-hand one, "Is wanted." In the middle was a list of all the places where Mother Cliff might conceivably be or be wanted, such as at meditation, in the garden, in the school, with the novices, at the farm, in the parlour, and at recreation. When Nanda drew her father's attention to this, he was much pleased at the ingenuity of the device. "They're wonderfully businesslike nuns," he told her. "It's all nonsense about their being dreamy and unpractical and out of touch with the world. Every minute of their day is filled up with something useful. If you only learnt one thing from them, Nanda, I should be satisfied." "What one thing, Daddy?" "Never to waste time, my dear." In spite of the ingenious card, it seemed to take the lay sister a very long time to find Mother Radcliffe. But at last she appeared round the angle of the corridor. She came towards them with the step Nanda was to come to know so well, the characteristic